does your Payg withholding tax account balance? In order to confirm whether your Payg withholding has been dealt with correctly, you need to compare the total gross wages in your general ledger expense account with total gross wages reported in your Payg payment summary statement. Now, if you're running MYOB, you will have generated your group certificates using MYOB, in which case you can compare this by comparing the general ledger against the Payg reports. So if we select reports and then payroll, we can take an activity summary report, select the relevant year, and then display this report. Now what this will show you is the gross wages for the year. This particular figure here should tie in with the balance in your general ledger report. So let's compare that. If we close this report now, make a note of the balance, which is 7104, close this, go through to accounts, produce a profit and loss for the period, in this case for the 2010 financial year, and display. Now, this says 70,104. That should be the same as per your report. If, for instance, you are preparing your wages in such a manner that it splits up your wages between a number of accounts, you need to add these accounts in the general ledger together to confirm whether it balances with your payroll report. The next thing you need to do is to check to make sure that the figures that you are reporting in your business activities statement for wages tie in with your wages processed in your accounts. To do this, we grab the activity summary report again, but select the specific periods for each BAS. We compare this figure here with W1 in your business activity statement and this figure here at W2. Now also you should be comparing your payroll activity report to your superannuation liability in the accounts. So assuming that you are paying your superannuation on a quarterly basis, you would change this report to reflect the position as at the end of the June quarter. Let's try that again, seeing as I screwed up the codes. 1st of the 4th 10 through to 30th of the 6th 10. Display this, and this item here at expense should in most cases be the total of your superannuation obligation. This should be the balance that is reflected in your in your balance sheet. This figure here, which is reported as taxes, this should be the amount appearing as your outstanding amount in Payg withholding. Print off a copy of this report for us for each quarter and provide it to us with evidence that you have cross-referenced this. If, however, you are paying your Payg withholding on a monthly basis, then theoretically the balance that is sitting in your Payg liability will be just the month of June. So we select this report for the month of June only, and then this would be the amount of tax that is owing. In many cases this is not the way it works because most people are not paying their taxes on time, in which case you need to do a more detailed reconciliation of your general ledger account. But if you are comparing this to your obligations, let's assume you are on a quarterly basis, display the report, make a note of your tax obligations, in this case 6433 and super of 2250, close this report, go through to your general ledger and produce a balance sheet as at the end of 30 June. Press display. Now you'll note that we have superannuation liability in 9755. That does not reconcile, which implies that this client has not been paying their taxes along the way. Likewise with our Payg withholding, it is considerably larger. If we want to reconcile these, we can click on the particular transaction and select the year to have a look at. This shows the liabilities coming through for superannuation payable and shows when super is actually being paid. This appears to be paid on a monthly basis. It is important to make sure that you have your superannuation under control, as penalties are quite significant if you fail to pay your super on time. Likewise, we can click on the Payg withholding payable account, select the last quarter. This shows that we have accrued 6433, which is in accordance with what has gone through our payroll system. However, we still have an outstanding balance from before this. So if we select the full financial year, we'll identify that there have been no payments of Payg posted to this account. So that means that either our payments are all sitting against the GST liability, or alternatively have been incorrectly posted to wages. Thank you.